The R-Series mobile application, RXCamView, is part of what makes R-Series security cameras and recorders so easy to set up and use. This app is simple, straightforward, and it looks pretty too. But there's more to this app than initially meets the eye. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Tyler from Nelly Security, and in today's video, we're going to walk through this app in detail, starting from scratch. I hope by the end of this video, you're able to see just how simple and elegant this app really is. So without further ado, let's jump right into this video. So just like with any modern surveillance system, R-Series cameras and recorders come with a mobile app that allows you to view your camera feeds and manage your cameras from anywhere in the world. You can use this app to perform functions like viewing and interacting with your camera feeds in real time, viewing recordings from your camera's SD card or your recorder's hard drive, setting up push notifications so that you can always be notified of important events happening on your property, managing camera and recorder settings, and even setting up camera groups for quick and efficient surveillance review. The RXCamView app does have multi-device support. This means you can add all of your R-Series devices to your app, even if they're not all on the same NVR, and even if they're not all in the same location. This is great if you have multiple properties that all have R-Series cameras installed. You can manage everything directly from your phone all in one place. This is great for security installers. Maybe you have several customers and you monitor their systems for them. This is, again, a great place to have everything all from your phone, accessible from anywhere in the world. Let's dive in a little bit deeper into this app and see what it can do. First, let's set up our R-Series app. This is what it looks like when you first open it up. It's going to make you agree to their privacy policy. Once you do that, you're going to go through all of these different permission settings. It needs Bluetooth, it needs access to your camera, and now you can see we have this blank screen where we're going to add our device. I have an R-Series camera set up outside. I also have this NVR set up behind me with 3 cameras added to it. These are all brand new cameras, a brand new NVR. So we're gonna set up a couple of different types of devices so you can see how this works. All we have to do is click on this plus button, click IPC NVR DVR, and that's gonna bring up our camera, assuming that you already gave the app permission to use your camera. Now I'm going to take this over here to my NVR and scan the QR code on the top. And just like that, that pulls in our P2P ID. All we have to do is adjust the port to 7050. The password for NVRs is admin789, and click save. And already it says that we're connected. I can hit this play button and instantly we have access to viewing our camera feeds. We can click and drag to change channels. It really is that simple. All of these cameras are brand new out of the box. I just plugged them in, I just added them to the NVR, and here they are set up on my mobile device in record time. I'm gonna go back to my device list because, like I said, I have a camera out there, so let's go ahead and add that as well. If you don't have access to your QR code, which is found on the device itself or on the box that the device came in, you can also add this manually through an IP address or the P2P account ID, again, which is also found on the box that it came in. You gotta be careful with this though. For most situations, we don't recommend adding this through the IP address. If you add this with an IP address, you're gonna be limited to your local network. Anytime you're off of your local network, you won't be able to access that camera, so you won't have the same remote experience that you'll have if you add this with your P2P account ID or by scanning the QR code. So if you want remote access, you can do a manual add with the P2P ID, which is found underneath the QR code, either on the camera, the NVR, or on the box that it came in, or you can, the easiest way is just to scan that QR code. So once again, it's pulled in that P2P ID. We're gonna go ahead and change the port to 7050, add the password for cameras, which is just admin. Hit save, it's connecting, and there we go, we are connected to awesome PTZ. You can change the device name here. I think I changed it to that earlier while I was testing this. We can name this anything we want, like, I don't know, really cool PTZ. And we can change the name of this NVR to my NVR. I don't know. There we go, perfect. And that's our device list. We can click the play button to start remote view of that device. but we can also add devices down here. So if I click this grid down here on the bottom, I can change how many cameras I'm viewing at once. Right now I'm viewing 4 channels, but I'm only viewing an individual camera. So at the top you can see we have 1 out of 1. That just means we're looking at an individual camera with only 1 channel, but I can open up my NVR down here. That's bugging me that the R is lowercase. I'm gonna have to change that later. But the cool thing is I can grab any one of these channels just by clicking and holding, and I can throw it onto one of these channels on the top. And there we go, I'm now viewing one of my cameras that's connected to my NVR alongside my camera outside that's not connected to any NVR, yet I'm still able to view them both at the same time right here on my phone. I'm gonna go ahead and drag the other 2 cameras up here. Boom. Just like that, I'm viewing all 4 of my camera feeds. If I don't like the way that this is configured, I can just grab any one of those channels and rearrange them. It's a super intuitive app. It does everything you'd expect it to. Through gestures, I can double tap on one to enlarge it. I can drag with my fingers to zoom in and pan around. Obviously, this is just a digital zoom. It's not actually zooming the camera in. I can also turn my phone sideways to get an even wider view. That nice 16:9 ratio. And again, I can zoom in and pan around. It's super responsive, not laggy at all. Something else I can do, I can also grab one of these channels if I want to get rid of it and drag it up to that trash can at the top. That's going to take it out of our live view. Now this isn't going to delete the device from our app. You can see if I click on my NVR, that camera is still there. All this trash can does is remove the current channel from that live view. So I can delete all of these and my NVR is still accessible from my mobile device. So let's talk about some of the things that we can do from the live view. I will zoom in on my PTZ here because it has more functionality. I can click on this PTZ button to have PTZ controls. With this, I can move the camera around using these arrows. Something else that you can do from the live screen is take a screenshot. You can also start a video recording by clicking the button, and then in a second we'll click the button again to stop that recording, save success. You can adjust the volume here if the camera that you have has a microphone. You can also start a 2-way audio session if the camera that you have supports that function. You'll need to give access to your microphone. Yes, let's do it. Hello, testing, 1, 2, 3. You can also, if you have an active deterrence camera, like this PTZ here, you can manually flash the alarm or start the siren. Ooh, can you guys hear that out there? It's pretty loud. So we can manually activate these active deterrence functions from our phone. So that's a pretty nice feature. In addition to live view, we can also view playback. Let me go to one of our NVR channels. We can click this play button here, and that's going to bring up our recording. We can scroll through this timeline at the bottom to find the specific time that we're looking for. You can see there's actually nothing recorded for this channel. So let me click on this one, and you can see the green timeline at the bottom. That's going to indicate recorded activity. The yellow, I believe, is motion detection, and you can take your fingers and zoom in on this timeline to have more precise control. So you can zoom in almost to the second mark, I think. So right now that's 3 a.m. 1854, 3 a.m. 1856. So yeah, each one of these lines is a second on this timeline. So you can have crazy control with this. Or you can zoom out all the way to show the entire day in one view. And again, it's all really snappy, really intuitive, easy to use. From the playback menu, we can also take a screenshot. We can start a video recording and stop the video recording. We can filter which type of activity we want to see, either normal recording, alarm recording, motion recording, intelligent event recording, PIR motion detection, human being recording, or everything. And again, we can adjust the volume if the cameras that you're viewing record sound. Now, we've taken a few screenshots already. Let me show you where that goes. I'm gonna click on this menu button and click File List. This is gonna be all of the screenshots and video recordings that we've taken manually. You can view the recording from the file list, or you can save it to your device. You're gonna have to give it permission, allow access to all photos. So you can click that button to save it to your photo roll. You can also click this share button to use your device's built-in sharing methods to send this clip wherever you need to send it. So exporting from the app, in my opinion, so much easier than exporting from the web interface or the desktop application. Now let's talk about notifications, which is one of the main features that someone might want to use on a mobile app like this for their surveillance system. So to configure these notifications, again, I'm going to click on this menu button and I'm going to click on notifications. Right now we have no notifications because they're not enabled. I'm going to click this gear icon and we have our two devices here, my NVR, my really cool PTZ. Notifications for both of these devices are turned off, but I can turn notifications on. It says no push notification permission, so we're gonna have to open up settings. We're going to have to give it notification permission, and there we go. All right, now let's try this one more time. I'm gonna click on my really cool PTZ, enable notifications, and once notifications are enabled, I have this additional gear that I can click, which is gonna let me adjust some of these settings. For instance, I don't really care about the hard drive alarm, especially for an individual camera. I definitely don't want motion detection notifications because I'm not a psychopath. So I will leave this just on intelligent alarm notifications. That's gonna be your best bet. You're only gonna get notified for important information. You're not gonna get notified for squirrels running across your surveillance feed. It's only going to recognize humans or vehicles or whatever the event that you have set up is. You can also do the same for your NVR notifications. You can choose which notifications you'd like to receive. And you can see I'm already getting notifications here from the hard drive alarm. It was empty because I don't have an SD card inside of this camera. But once I turned off hard drive notifications, those stopped coming through. You can delete the notifications by just dragging them to the left. And there we go. Now as activity will happen out there, if you have an intelligent event set up or however you have your notifications set up, you'll start getting these push notifications, making this a really useful app, especially if you really just need to stay aware of what's happening on your properties. This is a great way to do that. Now with most security camera apps like this, pretty much the only thing you can do is view your live feeds and view your recordings, get some push notifications, basically everything we've talked about up to this point. But the R series app is so much more powerful than that. This app offers a ton of device settings, basically anything you can do from the web interface or from the desktop application, you can also do right here from your phone. So if we open up this menu, go to remote settings, we have our different devices here. I can click my really cool PTZ. Now this is all going to change depending on what device you have and what settings it supports, but pretty much everything is here. We can come into channel, we can adjust the live view, and from here we can change the name of the camera on the on-screen display. We can change the date format, really customize this on-screen display just like you'd be able to from your computer. We can adjust the image settings. It has all of these settings available right here from the app. We can even add a video cover. We can enable it and edit that here and just click and drag basically wherever we need the video cover to be. We don't need these video covers here for this instance, but it's there if you need it. So if you need to make an adjustment on the fly for your R series camera, you can most likely find whatever it is you need to adjust right here in this menu. In addition to the remote settings here, we also have a local config, which is gonna help you adjust the settings of your phone. You can change the aspect ratio that you view your video at. You can protect the app with a passcode. One of my favorite features is this launch setting. So if we come back to our live view here, we can actually make groups of our favorite cameras. So let's say I come in here to my really cool PTZ and I want to add this to a group. I'm gonna click this star at the top and I'm just gonna put this in my default group. I'm gonna click edit and you can click this star next to the devices that you want. Let's say I just want those two. All right, so now my default group has 2 cameras. Anytime I come to my favorites menu and click on default group, it's gonna bring up those 2 cameras. But we can take this a step further with our local config menu, go into launch setting, and instead of just playing the last camera feeds that we had up at the time, we can play a specified group. And I'll play my default group there. Now, next time I exit out of this app and come back in, I'm always going to see these 2 cameras. This is really helpful if, say, you have a ton of devices added to your app, but every time you open the app, you want to be able to focus on a few cameras that are most important to you. You can do that with this group setting. That's just another way that you can customize and control this experience in a way that meets your needs, in a way that meets your clients' needs. This is a great app, a lot of excellent features, a lot of customization, and it really adds a lot to this R series line of products. And that is our overview of the RXCamView application. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you have any questions at all about R series, about this app, about video surveillance in general, or about anything that we offer, please feel free to reach out to us anytime. We're open 9 to 5 Central Time, Monday through Friday. Give us a call, send us an email. We're always happy to help you guys out. If you're interested in this kind of content, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We post content like this all the time about security technology, the security industry, and so much more. Thank you guys for checking out this video. Happy installing, and we will see you in the next one.